Hi, welcome along to Arsenal Fan TV, and I've got to say that when I first heard this news yesterday, I was absolutely gutted. That was the news that Danny Welbeck had suffered significant cartilage damage to his knee and needed surgery, which he's had. The surgery's been successful and it's ruled him out for 9 months, a 9-month recovery period. Absolutely devastating news for Danny Welbeck. Of course, immediately rules him out for the rest of the season, rules him out of the Euros, which he would almost certainly have gone to. Remember, in the qualifications for the Euros, he was one of England's best players, was the top scorer until he got injured in the qualifiers. So ruled out of the Euros, which he really helped England to get to, and ruled out of Arsenal for 9 months, which means, again, no pre-season for Danny Welbeck. Excuse me, he won't return for a while. And such devastating news. I mean, I've been lucky enough to meet Welbeck, and he was such a gentleman, such a nice guy. Everybody you speak to around Arsenal say that, Robbie, you know what, it's not a show. He's like that all the time. He's so humble. He's come back. He's played so well for Arsenal since his return. He scored 5 goals, big goals as well. You can't forget that massive goal he scored against Leicester that brought the roof down at the Emirates. And it's just really devastating news. And, you know, such bad luck. It looked like such an innocuous tackle in the game. You know, it's barely like his knee just touched another player's knee. It's the same knee again that's gone. And you really got to fear for his career on this, and even fear for, listen, he's a very strong guy of strong character to come back. But to come back from it twice, you know, it's going to take a lot of character because, you know, every time you go back out to play, you're thinking to yourself, will it happen again? Shall I take it easy, you know? And he is a guy that is, a lot of his football is based on pace, power running, and really, really devastating news for Danny Welbeck. I mean, I was looking at this stat. Let me see if I can just dig it out here. It's Danny Welbeck's league games. In 2010, this is for Manchester United, he played 26, 2011, 23 games, 2012, 30 games, 2013, 26 games, and 2014, 32 games. Well, remember, he wasn't a regular starter for Manchester United. He's come to Arsenal 2015, all right, he just arrived, 9 games. 2016, 11 games. That's, you know, he must be absolutely gutted because remember when I was talking to him, he was just like so pleased to be at Arsenal, so pleased that he found a place that he felt they're really going to appreciate him and he's really going to get a real good chance to really shine here. He was at the club with a lot of other English players. He was really, really chomping at the bit. And it's just so devastating. Some of his teammates have gotten behind him yesterday. Theo Walcott tweeted, so gutted for you, Danny Welbeck, on your injury. You'll come back stronger and all of us are thinking of you. That's what Theo said. Jack Wilshere said, devastated for my friend Danny Welbeck, but you've proven before that you can come back a better player. Stay strong, mate. And Olivier Giroud also, he put, Welbs, you would come back stronger, bro. I wish you a speedy recovery at Danny Welbeck. Really, really sad. I didn't like yesterday some people immediately just jumping on this thing. Oh, another croc. Oh, Diaby. Listen, there's no Arsenal player, I think, that's going out there to deliberately get injured. It happens. And you saw that injury. It's got nothing to do with the medical team. Because I, for one, was actually giving Arsene Wenger quite a bit of stick recently and saying, why is Welbeck not starting every single game? The manager, Wenger, had actually explained that he was trying to ease Welbeck back because after you've had such a bad injury, you really got to take your time in bringing players back in. So he had been using him quite sparingly, even though Welbeck had been doing really, really well for the club. So you notice like the last few games, he'd gone with Olivier Giroud starting. So I don't think you can blame the medical team. It's just one of these things that happen. It happens. It's not only Arsenal it happens to, even though it happens to us a lot, but it does happen. And I didn't like some of the stupid tweets coming out from people and comments from some fans yesterday about Diaby and stuff like that. I think at a time like this, you got to get beyond the player, because, you know, everybody who sees Danny Welbeck play know that that guy will be absolutely devastated and wants to be out on that pitch every second of every game. So really devastating news. For one, wish Danny Welbeck a really, really speedy recovery. I'm sure all fans of Arsenal Football Club do as well. And what happens now that Danny Welbeck is out? I mean, surely, I mean, we needed a striker before. We needed a world-class striker, and I'm hoping that that's still on the agenda. But what do? Do we sign 2 strikers now? Because, you know, I'm figuring that we were going to sign a striker no matter what, you know, unless, well, actually, with the way we do things sometimes, I don't know. But I was hoping that, you know, priority number 1 in the summer would be a world-class striker. Now that Welbeck's injured, does that mean that we need to get a world-class striker and another striker, 2 strikers? Or what does it mean for Theo Walcott? Does that mean that Theo Walcott, who looked like he was set to be sold to West Ham, does that mean that maybe the manager might say to himself, well, you know what, we just can't afford to move Theo Walcott out of the club because we're just going to be really short of strikers? You know, so where does that leave Theo Walcott? Where does that leave Joel Campbell? Another guy who kind of got his break because Danny Welbeck was out. Where does that leave him? Where does that leave guys like Gnabry? You know, it's their chance, these guys, to try and step into that breach. Iwobi, you know, so devastating for Danny Welbeck, but an opportunity for many of these players to step up and fill the void. Because I think we're going to buy a striker anyway, but are we going to buy 2, or is it going to be an opportunity for one of those guys to step up and really show their quality? Guys, let us know what you think. Leave it in the comments below. Devastating. You can also send a message to Danny Welbeck in the comments as well. We'll try and gather all of those up, put them into some sort of package in some way, and send that over to Danny Welbeck to, you know, wish him all of the best. But devastating news for Arsenal England. Danny Welbeck, get well soon.
Listen, get over right now onto the Ball Street channel and subscribe for a chance to win this signed Santi Cazorla t-shirt. All you got to do is subscribe to Ball Street and watch the video with me on there talking about Santi Cazorla, and tell them that Arsenal Fan TV sent you. Subscribe right now to our mates over there on Ball Street.